Hi everyone, welcome to the talk show. So this is Sai Rakesh. I'm a business development executive at ChrisWorks Technology Innovations. So today we are going to talk about how technologies are changing the way we work and live. The topic is Tech in the Industry 4.0, how technology is reshaping our world. So, Industry 4.0 or the fourth industrial revolution is nothing but smart systems, automation, AI, and real time data. So, it's already started shaping our businesses, factories, and healthcare, and a lot of things. So, to help us understand the real happening, what is happening, I'm joined by Mr. Santosh Kumar Bodha, founder of BSMA Enterprises. So, BSMA Enterprises is working closely with these technologies and driving digital transformation. And he will share some great insights as well as real world examples. So whether you are a tech enthusiast or a business leader or just curious about the future, just stay with us as we unpack all the trends, challenges, and real world scenarios or stories behind the Industry 4.0 or fourth industrial revolution. Let's get started. Welcome, sir. So, what does Industry 4.0 means to you?
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you, Chris Works, for inviting me. So I'm glad to be part of this conversation. Now, before we talk about Industry 4.0, uh, it's important to look at how the previous industrial revolutions actually shaped the world over time. So, if I have to talk about the Industry 1.0, it was somewhere between 17th century to 18th century. So during that period, machines, the machines are introduced, like using steam and water power. So steam engines started rolling in, then we started generating the electricity. So this era replaced by manual labor, actually, with basic machines. So these machines actually helped the textile industry during those centuries, during the industry 1.0. And the industry 2.0 is about uh, mass production, generating the electricity, enabling uh, assembly lines and large scale manufacturing. So it made industrial processes more scalable and consistent. And if I have to talk about the industrial revolution of 3.0, which somewhere started, I can say after 70s, 1970s. So that marked the beginning of automation, computerization. So industries, started adopting robotics at very early stage, and that's again started with the digital control systems. Now we are in the era of industrial revolution 4.0. I'll call it as IR4. So which actually began somewhere after 2010, and still it's evolving very rapidly. So when I talk about IR 4.0, it's important to recognize like how deeply technology actually transformed our everyday life. So uh, let me give you some examples. I don't know, like when you people started using the phones. I started using mobile phones from 2003. So Reliance actually disrupted the telecom industry. So no, my first phone is Reliance phone. So I bought my first phone in 2003, and again this Reliance actually disrupted the internet industry as well. So smartphones actually became affordable for common people mostly after the 2010. So that's when industrial IR40 actually started. And if you people can recall, the applications currently what we are using, it's become a part of our life right now. See, application what I'm talking about, the WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. So these applications are not just applications, they actually reshaped how we started communicating with each other, and how we it's actually shaped our shopping behavior, how we learn, and how we consume the content. So this all these things actually happened after the 2010, when industrial IR 4.0 started picking up. So in India, data became cheap, and it got widespread 4G access that actually brought millions online. We cannot think of a day without using this applications, right? So that's when wasn't just an personal lives. It started creating pressure on businesses as well. Industries to adapt. So to become faster, smarter, and more connected. So this is the backdrop of Industry 4.0. So it's not a future concept. It's already here. We are using all these applications. Even businesses started adopting. It's driven by the consumer behavior, and even our real-time expectations started in, and our mindset is also changed. Now it's a digital first. And now let's look at the how it actually changed. So to me, Industry 4.0 is where the our physical world and the digital worlds actually merge. So it's no longer just about the automation, it's about building connected and intelligent systems. You know, uh, what I can say is these systems can sense. When I'm saying sense, imagine your Google, when you switch on your uh, location intelligence, it started seeing where you are. It can sense where you are. And let's say you are in a place where you doesn't know uh, where actually you are, but your system know where actually you are. So it can sense, and it can also analyze your the location context, what is around that place, and it is also helping you to take action in real time. So that is industrial 4.0. So every system is connected. It's intelligent systems. So as I'm coming from the geospatial technology background, and I also started adopting the digital twins, I see this is a major mindset shift. So it's not just about putting new machines, it's about building self-optimizing ecosystems. So machines are now part of larger digital fabric. So that is interacting with other systems and learning from the data, and also improving every business processes continuously. So that makes this revolution very unique in terms of speed and impact. So technologies like IoT. When I'm saying IoT, it's connected machines. Your smart TV, your mobile phones. If your refrigerator is smart, that also connected to the internet. If any of your machine is connected, that means it is accessible to everyone. So that's about the IoT and AI. You know, we have started using the AI applications from I think to 2022. So and technology like edge computing. I mean, so let's say if you want to record the data, what is happening in the industries. So you started deploying the sensors. So it start gathering a lot of data. Let's say if you're not able to get the data to your server, so the data is actually processing at the source. That is edge computing. And when I talk about the digital twins, actually we are creating a digital replica of physical objects or machines or the processes or the entire your physical space. So so this is actually giving businesses the agility to respond quickly uh, to the demand changes, the disruptions which is happening currently within our lives, and also sustainability is also important. So, in my view, Industry 4.0 is not about. It's not about isolating the technology upgrades. It's about designing the responsive, intelligent, and data-driven systems, and that is across the value chains. So that's about what I see from my perspective.
Yes, sir. And which technology, like, do you believe are driving the most disruption right now in 4.0 uh, era, industry 4.0 era?
So, so So, Sai, it's not about one technology. So when it is Industry 4.0, right now it's all the technologies, AI. So when we are creating a lot of data, we cannot process the data physically, manually. So we need AI for that. We need a lot of AI models to process the data. So when we are creating a digital twin of any factory or the facility which is using a lot of machines, so once we create that visualization to understand what is happening at the source, we need to deploy a lot of sensors over there. So when we are deploying the sensors, it means it is gathering a lot of data. When it is gathering a lot of data, and we cannot, as we cannot process that manually, so we need AI models. So it's not about one technology. It's
Yeah, yeah.
most of the Industry 4.0 technologies like artificial intelligence, IoTs, digital twins, and also the edge computing, because we need to process a lot of the data at the source where the data is getting generated. And in my view, no, robotics is being adopted in the automotive industry, mostly in the automotive industry. That's where
Yeah.
a lot of assembly is being happening. And also the it's all comes into extended reality. So that is also playing strong roles. So depending on what sector we are in, so these technologies are disrupting. So if I talk about the AI, so AI is the brain of the Industry 4.0. It is actually turning the data into taking actions. So it's like data driven decision making. So from predictive maintenance in factories and industries to the intelligent routing in logistics. Routing is very important for the logistical industry. So the speed at which AI is evolving is actually forcing organizations to rethink. So even the core processes. And if I have to talk about the IoT, it's a nervous system. So sensors across the machines, warehouses, and the cities. We are India also started converting cities into smart cities. 100 cities in the 2014. So it's generating a lot of real-time data. So that's never been accessible before. But having IoT without a clear data strategy, only creating a noise. So IoT alone is not enough. And if I talk about the digital twins, so it is actually taking us one step further, creating the virtual replicas of real world systems, so that can be simulated. Whatever you want to see before something happens, you can simulate that in a digital twin, and we can optimize. If it is not meeting the our expectation, we can optimize that, and it is also predicting. So this is particularly disrupting the every sector. Let's say the infrastructure, the AEC industry, manufacturing industry, energy industry, and even also the agriculture. So, and if I talk about the edge computing, it is actually quietly becoming a game changer, because it is data processing is happening at the source. So, moving computing power closer to where the data is getting generated, it is actually reducing the latency, and also it is enabling the faster decision making in critical scenarios, like autonomous operations where factory floor is being monitored. And as I said, like robotics is majorly adapting by the automotive industry. So so in manufacturing, and XR is adopting in the training industry. So this is the all these technologies actually reshaping how humans are interacting with the machines, which is actually enabling faster onboarding and also safer work environment. So these technologies actually uh, uh, are not working separately. It's all working all together. So their real disruptive power comes from how they connect AI powered digital twin. It's connected via various sensors which is deployed in the certain factory. So it is operated in real time, and you are also visualizing through extended reality. That's where actually transformation really happens.
Yeah, yeah. So, sir, so mostly, the 4.0 revolution is evolving right now. So we have a lot of traditional industries. So how do you
Yes,
see all these traditional industries adapting to the
right.
digital transformation? Like, are they really evolving fast enough from your perspective?
I'll give you I'll give you some real world examples, Sai. So recently, you know, one of the retailer, he is in the he's a retailer of electronics appliances. So during one of the discussion, he came to that, I'm into digital transformation services. So he wanted to show their electronic appliances before consumer actually buying it. How that will happen? Only through AR. So that's where AR is coming into picture. I mean, I have to create a 3D model of their what are the products he's selling, and I have to integrate within the application so that he can carry that application and take it to the customer and show it to the customer in their living room. you know so without even buying, I mean, like before even taking the consumer taking decision whether he wants to buy that product or not, he can see that in a living room. So that's the AR technology. And I'll give you another example. Uh, One of my known person, he's having few acres of land close to my area. So one of his land, he is producing mangoes. It is approximately around 20 acres, and another parcel land, it is around 15 acres. So he wanted to have a system in place where he can monitor the climate. So he doesn't want to get his agriculture process to get disturbed because of the unseasonal rains. So he want what we proposed is, integrating couple of sensors within his land so that he can start getting the insights using that sensors, weather forecast sensor. And also he want to know what is the moisture condition in the, I mean, the whatever the parcel land he's having. So using the sensor, there are certain sensors where it can sense the moisture. It can also collect the soil parameters. So of course, I mean, like people are coming forward to know what the technology is, what it can do within their businesses. So, of course, the traditional industries are making progress. I've given a couple of examples within my own circle. So, but it is very uneven. The pace is uneven. So, some sectors like automotive and electronics are advancing rapidly because that's where a lot of assembly is being taking place, but is also driven by the global competition. And organizations, when they are want to adopt this, they also wanted to know the ROI. Like when they can get their investment as soon as possible. So they are adopting very slowly. And biggest shift is, what I see is that digital transformation is no longer an option. So whether it's predictive maintenance, whether it's energy optimization, or the smart logistics, businesses are realizing that staying analog means falling behind. So that said, many in the traditional industries are still treating digital as a side project, but having a dashboard or having a couple of sensors. It's not they are actually not embedding into their core operations. So this actually limits the real value of IR4. So from my experience, so successful adaptation comes. Uh, I would actually divide that into three things. So one is about the this actually has to come from the top leadership. Leadership mindset needs to change. That's where actually decisions happen. You know, decision makers ready to. I mean, they have to question their legacy processes. And another adoption is from the people readiness. So, so decision makers has to think like, is there a culture of experimentation or continuous learning? And the third point, what I would say is data integration. So, are they connecting the data across various machines, or just digitizing here and there? So, so the traditional industries are evolving, not that fast. So, but the ones that are making some bold decisions, so they are integrating, and even traditional sectors uh, are are trying to move ahead as quickly as they can.
Yes. So as we talked about data, and then we also talked about like AI. That you said like AI is a brain of for IR. So also this data is everything for
Losing
the
your voice.
businesses. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sorry, Sai, I lost you a few seconds.
Yeah, yeah. So we talked about
Yes,
data
yeah.
and
Please go ahead.
AI, which you said like AI is a brain for the for IR, which can be processed for the automation. So now, how should businesses is thinking about it today? Thinking about the data today, like
So actually, see, uh, so in this industry 4.0, the data is everything. Data is the foundation. So uh, it's the raw material that powers the automation. So and AI is helping us to take the decisions. So if previous uh, IR3 was about the machines, but industry 4, I mean IR 4.4 is about making machines intelligent through data. So businesses are generating a lot of data from various sensors, machines, operations, customer interactions, but most of it still is unused. So the real value comes out just not just from collecting the data, but from using it to to drive the action. Like optimizing processes, reducing the downtime, or improving the quality, or predicting the failures. That's where major shift is. Moving from historical reporting to real time, and uh, predicting the future. What might happen before something it can happen. So for example, in digital twins, so continuous data streams are getting from the IoTs, so which is allowing us to simulate and also forecast scenarios before some action taking place in the physical world. So but there is a catch in that. You know, more data doesn't mean better decisions. So unless the the data is right data is being collected, and whether we are able to use the data or not. I mean, the data should be clean and secured and well integrated. So, so there's a culture, of data-driven thinking at all levels of the organization. Unless these three things are not doesn't happen, we cannot say that we are catching up. So the businesses should treat data like a strategic asset, not an information technology problem. So that means investing in data governance and analytical capabilities, and also aligning the data strategy with the business goals. So that's where data plays the very important role.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, there is a question from one person. Just they were
Uh-huh.
asking, Ma'am Gargi Mazumdar is asking, good evening, sir. Would be interested to learn where all is BSMA enterprises involved in Industry 4.0. This was the question from her.
So I've given you like couple of examples, like one of the person who is into electronic appliances. So he wanted a AR application. So we created the 3D model and also built the application, then integrated uh, that models into the application, and shared him with our customer. So electronic appliances customer. And another example what I've given is about the agriculture user who wants to know the when rain might happen. So, and they also want to understand how his soil is, so that he can take decision uh, when what kind of crop would give him a better yield. So, so this is couple of examples, and other examples what I can give is, we are also uh, helping the organizations from the across industries. So currently we are also working with an organization who is having fleet of 400 vehicles. He is flying those vehicles. I mean, he connected with a lot of schools in one of the state in India. So we are developing an application for that he can see all those vehicles in a first track their vehicles where their vehicles are, and also see and also we are uh, helping him to control the vehicles, not to exceed after certain bond. So we are all geofencing, so that we can track where their vehicles are, and also control that the vehicles are not allowing to exceed after that whatever the geofence we have created for that. And we are also helping him to create an application where he can not only track the vehicles, or also who are all boarding, uh, uh, getting the access, what are the access he is giving, whether the right people are getting into the vehicles or not. So that's another application what we are working with. And another solution what we are one of the organization actually looking for uh, he is uh, into chemical industry. So we just started working with him. So he wanted to track their employees within their industry, within their campus. So he want to geotag their resources, and also he want to geofence certain areas within their industry. So we just started with that client, and previously we worked with one of the organization who is into warehouse and also logistics. So we helped him to initially create a 2D map for them, but again, in the second phase, we also created a 3D model for their warehouse, and what are the vehicles he is owning. We helped him to track their vehicles also. So this is how our organization working with various clients. These are the applications we are working in currently.
So also, can you talk about like how automation and AI are reshaping the modern workforce? like and what skills will be most valuable in next 5 to 10
So can
years?
you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, I mean I did not heard you anything.
Sir, no, I'm asking how automation and AI
Sorry,
is
what was the question?
reshaping. Yes, sir. Like, can you speak, like, talk about how automation and AI is reshaping the workforce? Like, what skills will be most valuable in next 5 to 10 years?
So if we have to look around, we are uh, so so actually automation and AI are fundamentally changing the way we are working. So so but it is actually the automation and AI. It's not actually replacing our jobs. So it's actually reshaping our roles. You know, though
Okay.
so the So we need to shift the focus from repetitive tasks to solving ability. Let's say for example in manufacturing, uh, for example, let's there is an inspection. I mean, we need to do the inspection in manufacturing sector, and also we need to report and schedule certain activities. So all this can be automated, you know and in construction industry, let's say site progress, for a couple of organizations, in I mean last year or in 2022, one of the organization came to us for monitoring their construction processes remotely. So we suggested them to go for a drone based monitoring. So we suggested him go for an application wherein he can see the progress. Let's say from March to June, what is the progress, and from Jan 1st to March, what was the progress? Just on a click of two different dates, he can see the progress. That kind of solution we have provided to the construction. So the the top management doesn't have to go to the site to see what the progress is going on. So we can build such kind of applications. So human resources doesn't need to physically visit to certain location and see what is the progress, what is the monitor. So that can be done through the this kind of application. So so in logistics, one example I've already given, right? For one of the customer, we are helping them to see all their vehicles where they are. So even for making the inventory decision, so it doesn't need to be manual. So it can be taken care through algorithm. So this changes actually creating a demand for hybrid talent. You know, people who understand both the physical systems and also they need to know how to use the digital systems. Managing them both. So this is where I mean, currently it is already being adopted. It's where the most of the jobs are, and future also it's a same thing. I mean, the what we are seeing right now is the uh, uh, augmented workforce. Where humans are humans are working along with the machines. That's where currently happening in the automotive industry. So and AI is assisting us to make better decision, because it is processing a lot of data. It is also giving us the metrics, and it is giving us the insights so that we can take the right decision as per our business goals. And it is also automating. Automation is taking place most of the routine processes, and humans need to focus on interpretation. A lot of data is being generated through the satellite imagery, and we humans actually interpreting this imagery. Even there are tools which can interpret the satellite imagery as well. So, so we actually need for the creativity for resolving the complex problems. So, not the repetitive tasks. For that, we have machines, we have AI algorithms, we have automated processes in place. So, most valuable skills over the next 5 to 10 years will, what I can say is, that will fall into three different categories. So one, the category would be, digital fluency, where we can comfortable with the tools like data analytics or AI platforms or the digital twin interfaces or the low code development environments, so that we doesn't have to code everything from scratch. So just have to, we have certain interfaces where just have to drag and drop, then few applications are ready, right? And second category is, so category can be, uh, so the ability to understand interconnected processes and which can optimize across functions, not in, you know separate systems. So interconnected processes. So the ability to understand the interconnected process, that's the second category. And the third category could be, soft skills, thinking critically, or adopting certain scenarios, or collaborating with the machines, especially not only the machines, even the cross-functional teams. That is where tech and operations actually blend. And it's very important that, the mindset shift matters. So people who embrace continuously, learning, those people will thrive. So the biggest risk isn't AI replacing our jobs. It's people who know how to use AI replacing those who don't. No, that's where the real problem is. So, yeah, Sai.
Sir, from your experience, like, what are the biggest challenges that are
Again, I'm not able to hear
when
anything from you,
implementing
Sai.
industrial?
I think you are on mute.
Sir, can you hear me now? No, no, no. I got it.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah. What are the biggest challenges industries are facing when implementing this 4.0 transformation?
So, from my experience, working with both traditional organizations and the organizations who are adopting the technologies. So the biggest challenge in implementing the IR 4.2 is not about the technology. The So what I understood is, when I started working with the various organizations, a few of the organizations, I mean, not few, many of the organizations are, they want to catch up with this digital transformation. They start with pilot projects, but the one example what I've given you is this about the uh, warehouse, right? So this organization actually having multiple warehouses across the Saudi Arabia. Okay, so
Okay.
they started with one warehouse. We have initially created a 2D map for them, and then they wanted to see all these vehicles in a 3D environment. We have created a 3D model of this warehouse and started showing all the vehicles in the 3D environment. Process into digital process. But when they now started explaining them about the uh, deploying the sensors within their premises, and the data, uh, the kind of data it generates, it is going to generate when the deployment happens. So a lot of processing needs to be done. That's where they hold this project. I mean, currently the project has a hold. The two phases completed. First a 2D mapping completed. We started showing the vehicles on the 2D map, and then the 3D modeling is also completed. We started showing them their vehicles in the 3D environment. But the next phase was to deploy the sensors onto their warehouse. That's where they stopped, and they also not came up with the right reason why they are holding this project. So they're starting. I mean, a few are. I don't know what the reason. I mean, few what I can understand is one reason can be lack of clear strategy. So the organizations often adopt the technology without linking it to the business outcomes. I mean, what are their goals and what technology is right for them? So that's clarity is missing. So I mean, organization who wants to adopt the technology, they just cannot say that let's install some sensors. So that should not be the goal. The goal should be it's business driven. Can we reduce maybe downtime by certain percentage? That's where a digital technology can help you to reduce that downtime. So that clarity is missing. So another point what I can say is fragmented ecosystems. So legacy systems and manual processes and siloed data I mean, that's a difficult scenario. So you cannot get real-time insights if your data lives in disconnected systems. So, and the third issue can be, skill gaps with your resources. So uh, there's a mismatch between the skills available internally within the organization and what's needed uh, to manage smart systems, you know, uh, uh, and to understand the AI models and to understand the IoT infrastructure. This needs a lot of skills need the upskilling needs to happen. So we are working with an organization. The top management understand that there is a problem with their middle management, their resources. So they want to enhance their processes. Maybe I don't know what was the end goal, but during the discussions, what we understand from the top management was that their middle management is not ready to you know adopt the change. And I don't know what the reason. They doesn't want to upskill the themselves. So this is the third. The skill gap is one of, and this example actually aligns with the resistance to change. So there is a lot of cultural resistance from the middle management and also the operational staff. So as long as the management is not openly discussing about this change, what changes it might you know happen in the organization, what benefits the when you are adopting the certain technology, what benefits are going to get within the business. If it is not clearly communicating with all the staff, then change will definitely all the resources will definitely resist for the change. So especially in sectors like where processes are being driven manually from decades. They I recently attended a expo in Hyderabad. So this is for manufacturing organizations. So lot of organizations, what I say is they are still trying to adopt the industry 3.0. That is about the having a PLC in place, not connected systems. So I mean, still the industries are not ready to adopt the change. not yet adopted the technologies which is coming under the framework of IR 3.0. So the industries are, I mean, that's where the industries are, organizations, what of the organizations are, and also the what I also understood from when we were discussing about the our services. So people started asking like, if I'm investing this much, what about the ROI? So companies expect immediate results. So so but but the people who are working with the digital transformation technologies, they know that industry 4.0 is not some destination, it's a journey. You know, the returns improve over time. So it just not enough you install something today, and it will not certainly going to give you a ROI immediately after a few months. It will take a lot of time. So returns improve over time as systems get mature. AI models doesn't understand this. We need to fine tune that model if the right results are not giving. So that will not happen instantly. So to overcome this, so the people who are working with these technologies, they recommend starting with then we have to start with the pilot projects, and then we have to see whether whatever the goals we have set for the transformation, whether that is happening or not. Then if it is happening, then we can scale it up. If it is not happening, then we can correct that. We need to upskill the people. So, and also the process need to change. So this is what the challenges what I'm seeing working with the various organizations and across the industries.
Yes, sir. So one last final question, like, so what's your vision for the future? What will be the industry 5.2 or the next wave of the innovation looks like?
Um, you know, yeah. Recently, you might have heard about this news about OpenAI released a agent. The so next wave is all about it's a agentic era. So if the industry 4.4 is about the automation and intelligence and efficiency, then some people are also started talking about the industry 5.0. I don't know what it is, but people started talking about the 5.0. So what I understood from 5.0 is about balance, between the machines and humans. When I started thinking about, okay, what is 5.0? I mean, we are not yet completely adapted the industry 4.0. So people already started about the industry 4.0. I started digging about that. So this is what I found. So 5.0 is about balance between the us and the machines, and productivity and the purpose, profit and our planet, sustainability. When I'm saying planet, it's about the sustainability. So what I see is, industry 5.0 is not replace anything, but it's an evolution where human creativity and empathy are brought back into the loop. So uh, you know so it's about enhancing the smart cities. Can this be to how meaningful and sustainable can this be? So our cities are, our uh, I mean urban cities are expanding. So you know if I talk about the Hyderabad, Initially, it was inner ring road. The whatever the lands was around the inner ring road, all people started living over there. Then then outer ring road happened, and many of the lands were sold and started people living over there. So the urban cities are expanding. Now, if I have to talk about the Hyderabad, another ring road actually announced. So very soon, maybe in a decade. So even the villages which is around that ring road, all those villages might turn into cities. So, but how about the basic necessities? What about the water? I mean, groundwater is. Uh, I mean, yeah, where I'm living currently, our I mean, water, there is no groundwater properly. So Hyderabad city, there is no groundwater properly. So we so what might define the next phase would be human-centric design. So the technologies that empower the workers. I mean the humans. Uh, so not just replacing them, and so maybe it's like uh, think AI co-pilots, not AI overlords. So that might be one of the human centric design. Next can be mass personalization at scale. So let's say, I mean, we can say thanks to the intelligent factories that can adapt to custom orders, depending on what might we require. So depending on that, it can produce at mass level. So without actually sacrificing the efficiency. And as I said, like the another thing would be to is about the sustainability and circularity. Whatever we are producing, it is again go back to the our planet Earth. So more emphasis on reducing the waste, reducing the carbon footprints, and also it is being integrated with the ESG metrics, environment, social, and governance metrics in real time. Another thing would be working with the robots, collaborative robots and immersive technologies, like that's what we call about cobots. And this virtual reality and AR reality will evolve, and digital twins will become a tools for enhancing the decision making and experience, not just for automation. And so so underpinning all of this will be trust. Trust in what? Trust in data, trust in systems, and trust in outcomes. I mean, what are the out of that we are uh, generating out of that? So this means stronger emphasis on the data privacy and explainable AI, and also the ethical deployment. So, in my view, the next would be where the technology becomes deeply integrated into our values, human values. So that is actually enabling not just smart factories, but resilient and inclusive and purpose driven industries. So that's the way we are, I think we are heading into. So I mean, I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn, Sai. So I mean, that's where I'm learning all these things. So people post a lot of things on the, when all the people, the people who are on the LinkedIn are all from the technology. So whatever I shared today, spoke about today, it's all about the knowledge I gathered from the LinkedIn. So this is what I see. I mean, the next wave, what we are heading into, it's actually already started. Because people already started talking about the industry 4.0.
And sir, thank you so much for this wonderful insight, sir. And I'm concluding this. So that's the end of today's talk show. A big thank you for to our guest, Mr. Santosh Kumar Gowda, for joining us and sharing some wonderful insights. Uh, I hope we learn how the technologies are changing the way we live and work, and factories and businesses and everything. So I'm Sai Rakesh, and I'll see you next time with interesting topics. Until then, take care. Bye.
Thank you everyone for being part of this